1969 Dodge Charger 500. Kicking off our list at number 7 is a car that was literally built because Dodge was losing NASCAR races. The 1969 Dodge Charger 500 was an homologation special, meaning Dodge had to sell it to the public just so it could race it on the track. The original Charger had aerodynamic issues at high speed, so engineers redesigned the front grille and flush-mounted the rear window to reduce drag. Under the hood, buyers could opt for the 440 cubic inch Magnum V8, producing 375 horsepower, or go further with the legendary 426 Hemi, rated at 425 horsepower. The real-world output was considerably higher. The Charger 500 could sprint from 0 to 60 miles per hour in approximately 6 seconds, with top speed varying by configuration. Hemi-equipped examples were documented in the 150 miles per hour range under the right conditions. Only around 392 units were produced for the street, making it both rare and fast. It laid the groundwork for the even more extreme Daytona that came later that same year. 1964 Pontiac GTO. Number 6 belongs to the car many historians credit as the spark that ignited the entire muscle car era, the 1964 Pontiac GTO. Pontiac engineers, led by John DeLorean, essentially took a mid-sized Tempest, dropped in a 389 cubic inch V8, and sold it as a performance package, bypassing GM's internal restrictions on engine displacement in smaller cars. It was an act of calculated rebellion. The standard 389 V8 produced 325 horsepower, while the optional tri-power setup, 3 two-barrel carburetors, pushed output to 348 horsepower. The GTO ran 0 to 60 miles per hour in around 6.6 seconds and covered the quarter mile in roughly 14.5 seconds. Car and Driver famously tested it in 1964 and declared it faster than a Ferrari GTO, though that comparison generated some controversy. What isn't controversial is what it started. Within 2 years, every major American automaker had a muscle car of their own. At number 5, we have a car that dominated NASCAR superspeedways before it was even available in dealerships, the 1963 Ford Galaxy 427. Ford was deep in a factory-backed racing program, and the Galaxy was their weapon of choice on the big ovals. The 426 cubic inch FE Series V8 came in 2 forms, a single 4-barrel producing 410 horsepower, and a dual 4-barrel version rated at 425 horsepower. The Galaxy was not a lightweight machine. It tipped the scales at over 3,900 pounds, but that big block motivation pushed it to a quarter-mile time in the low 14-second range, with top speed capabilities well above 140 miles per hour. At Daytona in 1963, Ford Galaxies locked out the front rows before NASCAR made significant rules changes mid-season in response. It's one of the most direct examples of race-to-road engineering from that entire decade. Number 4 is an American sports car icon wearing its most aggressive face of the decade, the 1967 Chevrolet Corvette 427. The 5th-generation C2 Corvette, known as the Stingray, reached its peak performance in its final model year. The 427 cubic inch big block V8 was available in multiple states of tune, with the L71 tri-carb version producing 435 horsepower and the rare solid lifter L88 option conservatively rated at 430 horsepower, though independent tests suggested true output exceeded 550 horsepower. The L71-equipped Corvette ran 0 to 60 miles per hour in approximately 5.5 seconds and cleared the quarter mile in around 12.8 seconds at over 112 miles per hour. Remarkable figures for a street car in 1967. The L88 was so extreme that Chevrolet actively discouraged street use, recommending it only for competition. Only 20 L88-equipped Corvettes were built that model year, making them among the most valuable American cars from the 1960s today. At number 3, we have a Mustang that Ford engineered specifically to homologate a race engine for NASCAR. The 1969 Ford Mustang Boss 429. The 429 cubic inch V8, internally known as the 385 series, was so large that Ford contracted Carcraft Engineering to physically modify the Mustang's front suspension and engine bay just to fit it. The result was a track-focused machine wearing familiar Mustang sheet metal. The Boss 429 was officially rated at 375 horsepower, though the NASCAR spec engine it was based on produced considerably more. Street versions ran 0 to 60 miles per hour in approximately 6.8 seconds, a figure that understates the character of the engine, as it was tuned more for high RPM performance than low-end torque. Only 859 units were produced in 1969 with this engine configuration. It competed directly with the Dodge Challenger and Plymouth Cuda, but its racing pedigree set it apart in a very distinct way. Number 2 on our list is genuinely one of the rarest and most extreme production cars of the entire 1960s, the 1969 Chevrolet Camaro ZL1. This was not a car Chevrolet advertised openly. It was ordered through the Central Office Production Order System, known as CPO, a purchasing channel used by performance-focused dealers to bypass corporate restrictions on high-displacement engines in smaller cars. The ZL1 package centered around an all-aluminum 427 cubic inch block, the same block used in the legendary Can-Am racing cars. The aluminum construction shed nearly 160 pounds compared to the iron block 427, giving this Camaro a significant power-to-weight advantage. Chevrolet officially listed output at 435 horsepower, almost certainly an understatement. Quarter-mile times in period testing landed in the low 13-second range at speeds over 108 miles per hour on street tires. The total sticker price reached approximately $7,200 in 1969, more than a fully loaded Corvette. Only 69 units were built. Today, documented ZL1 Camaros regularly sell for over $1 million at auction. And at number 1, the fastest American car of the 1960s. A machine so raw, so focused, and so unapologetically violent in its performance that it still ranks among the most capable sports cars ever built. The Shelby Cobra 427. Between 1965 and 1967, Carroll Shelby took a lightweight British AC Ace body and mated it to Ford's 427 cubic inch side oiler V8, producing a car that weighed just over 2,350 pounds. The numbers that resulted were staggering for any era. The 427 Cobra was independently tested at a top speed of 165 miles per hour, with 0 to 60 miles per hour times recorded between 4.2 and 4.5 seconds, faster than nearly every production car in the world at the time, regardless of origin or price. Road and Track and Car and Driver both tested it extensively in period, with quarter-mile times in the low 12-second range. A special competition variant called the SC produced over 480 horsepower. Total production with the 427 engine reached approximately 348 units, and the car remains a benchmark of pure performance to this day. A reminder that mid-decade American engineering was competing with and often beating the world's best.